these wars.
Right. That's
Absolutely.
right.
Right? Not his, not or very few of the people that are in Congress and in the Senate. Very few of them kids are out there fighting. That 80, 77, 80 million that voted for him,
Right.
those are your kids that are going to lose their lives
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
for him.
Right.
Right.
And he's going to say they died, they're not heroes.
Mm.
Well, you
Well,
change it
you
up a
know-
little bit, Bobby. It's to set up exactly what Chester's talking about. Because didn't he give out like 3 medals of honor
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yeah.
One Legion of Merit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but and the same thing that Chester said, I talked about with my wife. I believe he's going to start a war with Iran if this
He
stuff.
is.
Well, the
Bang.
whole game, the whole game is what y'all said. Plus, he trying to keep them from voting again.
Right.
That's
That-
true. That's
that-
true.
that-
Wait a
too,
minute, guys.
Bobby. That
You
too.
you find it ironic that the guy that wants a Nobel Peace Prize is the biggest war starter in the world?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's his piece.
Now
Back.
you got this dude Kane, Raising Kane. He about the last one that's got some damn sense. I didn't think he had any,
He don't have much.
but he got some sense. So he's trying to, from what I understand, kind of trying to talk Trump down from this shit.
well, because
So let's see how long he lasts.
but you gotta understand one thing. The reality is finally setting in on this dumbass because he got plucked out of obscurity because he was home on the couch. Trump went and got him, made him a 4-star, and propped him up there, even though he had none of the other stuff to get there. So
Mhm.
PI hired to begin with. He gets up there, he plays all the games. He was in on the whole heist when they was taking black people and Native American people's names off plaques. He been in on all that. Now the reality is this fool's gonna start a war, and guess what? At the end of the day, when bodies are coming back, it's gonna be at his feet. And
Yeah.
you know what? I hope they prosecute his ass and lock his dumb ass up because he
Mm.
been on the ice.
Oh, Smitty,
Yeah.
you a little hype about that one, ain't you, bro?
Huh?
You sound like me now, bro. You need to calm down, man.
Yeah.
You trying to take my place. I ain't feeling that, dog.
Yeah. I don't want anybody to go to war like
I'm glad to
that.
go to
No, I don't either. And that's my whole thing, man. Like, and I was talking to somebody last night, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to see nobody go to war. War is ugly.
It's coming,
It's
Bobby.
ugly.
There's
It's
no
coming.
joke.
Right? And I don't want to see nobody's kid. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're voting for Donald Trump's mama. Right? I don't want to see you go to war. I don't want to see the country go to war because it's ugly. And all it does is the same thing that we deal with on the streets when people get killed. All it does is hurt hundreds of people
Hey,
because there's never a family of one.
You know,
There's
Right.
never a family of one.
and
Right.
these people,
And then
these
he's
people always, they're out there, they, pumping their chest, let's go to war until their sons and daughters start coming into Dover. Then, then they change their mind.
like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come
Then,
on. They're gonna be telling you, I didn't vote for this. Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Well, it's
Mhm.
coming. I don't see. I can't see Trump backing down. They say, what do you call him, Taco? I can't see him backing down from this
yeah.
because he needs it. What do you say, Tony?
Well, I'm gonna be on my knees praying, man, because I don't want.
Yeah, me too,
We
Tony.
don't. We
Yeah,
I
don't.
agree
We
with
don't.
you.
We don't
Don't-
need that.
And,
We don't need it.
and
We don't need it, and there's no reason to have it.
Iran is no place you want to go to fight.
That's right. I agree.
Let's understand. You got to look at the demographics of Iran and their history. There's no place we want to go fight.
We had enough. We had enough problems in Iraq.
Yeah, and Iraq couldn't handle Iran. Iran got a lot of stuff Iraq never had.
Well, I mean, but look at it.
Well, and I look at this full Hegseth and I guess he's in the Pentagon. Who the
Would
hell
you
knows where he is?
would you watch him when they're in his exercise video?
Oh my goodness.
that too.
I'm embarrassed.
Wasn't that a trip?
I'm embarrassed.
How many of us you see in that video, Bob?
The exercise video.
Yeah.
You know what it remind me of?
What's that?
Remember the boy Simmons?
Simmons.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
Remember
Yeah.
the boy Simmons used to have aerobics?
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah,
let's
yeah, yeah,
go.
yeah,
With the
yeah.
shorts on.
Richard
With the short
Simmons.
shorts on.
Yeah, Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
the entire video remind me of.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought it was reincarnated or something. I know.
Yeah. I didn't see no brothers in there lifting.
And you ain't gonna see none.
You ain't gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Yeah. Yeah. What you think, Bill? You think he gonna push that button, man?
The question I would ask is, what job is worse than fighting war?
Nothing.
What other job is anything like fighting war?
Mm.
Mm.
You got me.
Yeah, I can't think of anything worse.
No.
I guess being the Undertaker, receiving them bodies coming back.
That I was gonna say, working at Dover and seeing them bodies coming in,
Yeah.
you know. But then I consider that fighting the war.
That's
Mhm.
like the war. And when you in war and you got to pull those bodies back and load them. I remember a good friend of mine talking about pulling the bodies off the doggone helicopters during Vietnam and having to wash the doggone aircraft out. And he said he can't get the smell, he can't get the thought out of his mind. And that's been 50 years ago.
Well, you got the man right there. Go ahead, Bill.
To this day, I can go on an aircraft and tell you whether or not it's carried dead bodies just from the smell. The smell, man, I'm sitting up here laughing. I was going to share with you all the time. I was getting out of an airplane and I fell on the static line and fell in these bodies, man. It was rolling around in these bodies.
Jesus.
Lord.
And the Army charged me. The Army said I was disrespectful because I got up and ran off the airplane like I thought about like Rochester, like Rochester and them Jack Benny movies.
Yeah.
Benny.
Yeah.
And I ran off the airplane and the commander asked me what I did. I told him, I said, man, I fell in the bodies. I was carrying we had to carry this gear and stuff. And you're going down a static line between some bodies and I lost balance and fell in them, man. But that ain't the worst part. The worst part is, man, when you realize I came home from Vietnam and my brother asked me, what did I learn? I told him bullets don't discriminate.
Mm.
They do.
You get in their way, that's it.
Yeah.
They don't care who you are.
Mhm.
And in war, the weapons we use, one of my buddies, a law enforcement man, I said, the military ain't like the military. When y'all have to get somebody out of a building, y'all send all these special squads, and military don't do that. In a building, the man ain't gonna risk his folks. He's gonna call in an artillery shell, or he'll drop a bomb on the building.
We'll get a building.
Yeah, we'll destroy the building, but I'm not gonna lose my troops trying to go inside a building and get people.
No.
So war, you see mass casualties, man, and it's ugly. And sometimes you look at the wounds that people have. That is even more humbling than the dead, because the dead don't have to live with it no more.
Right.
But man, I used to go to Walter Reed Hospital during the Iraq War and stuff. Man, you see dudes out there, legs gone, arms gone, half a body gone, and you say, what for? What are we doing this for? What?
Exactly.
What the heck are we doing this for? Are we doing this because this man is trying to take my mind off some Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and like Smitty said,
it's
in order to defeat Iran is going to take general mobilization of the United States. That's one of the things that happened in Iraq. Remember, they fired the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who said that 240,000 people weren't enough, or soldiers weren't enough to go and fight in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
And they took Tommy Franks, and Tommy Franks said he'd do it with 240,000. It wasn't enough. We never really got control of Iraq.
Mm-mm.
Never got control.
Mm.
Vietnam, we never got control of that.
Mm-mm.
The other part of it is kind of with Trump's part, and you're all 100% right with the Epstein files, but that's the Epstein files. He don't want that to get out, but his
He don't want to
biggest
get out.
problem is his ass don't want to go to jail
Yeah.
because if that gets out and is proven, the people who like him gonna probably even turn on him then.
Yeah.
Right now, they on the what you call the seesaw, the teeter totter, whatever you want to call it, right? They're on that right now because I can't jump off because I done rode with this man for this long. I can't just leave him out there.
Mm.
But I'm skeptical about everything. I talked to a lady yesterday who said she's not with what went on, but she voted for him.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
Right.
Because you showing some honesty. Like I'm not with what's happening, but I voted for him. So deep down inside, you telling me I made a damn mistake. And it's okay. It's okay. It's not about who you vote for. It's not about Democrat or Republican to me. It's not about independent. It's about the masses with me. If what you're talking about is not going to help the masses, I got nothing for you. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, independent, whatever. Because this country is 340, 350 million people deep.
Right.
If you took everybody that voted for Trump, right, and everybody that's left over, tell me who the masses are.
Right.
Because if 80 million voted for him, right, and everybody that's left, so the people who voted for Kamala and the people who didn't vote or
Right.
couldn't vote,
Right.
that's the masses.
That's the mass.
That 80 million has nothing over the masses.
Right.
You know, that's like going to a fight and there's 5 people and you look around like you the only one fighting for yourself.
Right.
The mass is gonna tear your ass up every time.
Right.
Mm.
Been
Yeah.
there, done that. No, man. The last street fight I was in was 25 years old, and I was trying to fight three dudes.
Mm.
I had more hickeys on my head than they were Chinese, man.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And I would have been killed if the dudes knew how to fight, but they didn't know how to fight.
How much gold you have around your neck to make 3 dudes want to jump on you?
Well, what happened was I was taking my wife back to the dormitory. We stopped at a stoplight and I kissed her, and these guys rolled by in a car and said, "Hey, N-word, quit kissing that B."
Mm.
So, I mean, just off the top of my head, I shouted, "F you."
Mm-hmm.
And then they stopped their car and they drove back and said, "What did you say?" I said, "F you."
Mm.
And then they pulled up ahead and parked the car, and I knew they were coming back. So I tried to tell my wife to run across the street to the dormitory because I was going to run.
Mm.
Mm.
she wouldn't run, so I had to fight, man. I ain't had no choice.
Mm.
Uh, I didn't have no choice.
Bruce Lee. You doing some
No,
Bruce Lee and all kind of shit, huh?
no, man. No, I when I was enlisted, I learned how to box amateur.
Mm-hmm.
Did a little bit of that, so I did a little bit of that,
Mm-hmm.
but the dudes really didn't know how to fight. I mean, if you get three fighters, if you get three Bobbies, one man ain't gonna beat no three Bobbies. One man ain't gonna beat no three Chesters. One man ain't gonna beat no three of y'all.
Right.
But y'all know how to fight. But
Right.
these dudes didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, hitting you in the head, that's nature's head gear. Hitting you
Right.
on top of your head. All they gonna do is hurt their hands.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm.
I was going for tender spots like gonads
Oh
and
yeah.
and if I could get to the ear, bite the ear off.
Oh yeah, man. Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bite somebody, bite him on the arm if ain't nothing
Mm-hmm.
else. I mean,
Yeah.
but they were trying to
Yeah.
keep me on nature's head, yeah, man.
Yeah. I I teach my grandson that live here in the local area. I keep boxing gloves and stuff, so I'm always, having them spar and all of that, and teaching them how to handle themselves and all that. And sometimes they get mad and want to start biting and all that kind of stuff. I tell them, man, look, only time you want to use your teeth, like you said, if you fighting for your life, you use
Right.
whatever you got to use, man.
Get out of
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you got to bite him between his legs, whatever you got to do. But right now we just need to learn how to use these hands, for now. But I'm like you, Bill. I believe in teaching them how to defend themselves, man. When I was coming up in back in Henderson, man, we had a guy that came down from Philly. I guess he was used to be a boxer up there in Philadelphia. That's big time, I'm assuming. So he came down to Henderson, man, and started a little boxing club in the neighborhood, and I had joined it. So had been there for a little bit, man. And one day we was having a sparring thing there at his house. He had a little ring and stuff set up, and some little girls. I was about 17, about 16, 17 then. Uh, Little girls was riding around the neighborhood and kind of got my attention. And he saw that I wasn't focused on what was going on. So he told me, come on, man, you gonna get here with me today. So I was paying attention to them little girls out there that was, running around. And so I'm sparring with him, but he would never hit us in the face. He would just body shots, but he kept hitting me on my arms, right here. And then after a while my arms got so weak, man. Oh man, I couldn't get him up. And then he gave me one. I mean, he gave me one up there, not too hard, but enough to, to kind of get me down.
He got
He said, look here, man. You gonna focus on this boxing, or do you want to go out there and give them little girls? I said, man, I'm gonna have to go give them girls, dog.
Yeah.
I had enough, man. I really wasn't focused then. I was getting a little bit tired of it, but he did teach me enough, man. And when I went into the military, hey, my first assignment, I was assigned to a F4 fighter squadron, and it wasn't nothing but a bunch of white boys in there.
Oh yeah.
And man, let me tell you, I caught hell, man. I caught hell in that unit at Seymour Johnson. And me and a buck sergeant one day got into it in the office. Let me see, in that unit I was in, it wasn't no more than about 6 of us in that unit. I mean, they're doing what we was doing, ground support with the F4s. And this dude, man, he called himself jumping on me. But like I said, I had the little boxing skills that I had learned with the neighborhood guy, and plus with some of the fellas in the neighborhood, we was always with that Bruce Lee shit, kicking and all that, little judo flipping and stuff. And I put it on his ass, man. And they they got me out of there. But yeah, it's good to learn that stuff, man. If you got grandkids, teach them how to handle themselves, man, because they gonna need it out here. But I was gonna ask, had something else across my mind. But shit, I don't know. Tony, what you got, man? I ain't heard too much from you tonight, man.
I'm just enjoying the conversation.
Okay, well, good. I'm
You know
glad
what I
you're
mean?
enjoying the conversation. Okay, okay.
Yeah, the
Nothing really sticking out.
I sent that I think it was a text message about the Epstein distraction with Trump and piling up naval assets
Oh yeah,
over in Iran. So I was like, I just knew. I said that he's just trying to distract us from what's going on in his mind.
Yeah,
yeah. But
I really think that's what it's all about, man.
he gonna make a
Yeah,
mistake though.
To distract us.
He wants it to be a distraction, but his dumbass don't realize that you playing in the real world and you think it's just gonna be a distraction, and you only need one person to make a mistake to start a war. World
Right.
War started by some guy shooting Archduke Ferdinand. Right, one guy assassinated one Archduke and killed millions of people. So it don't take but one mistake.
yeah. Started a world war. Yeah.
Right, whenever you're starting where you deal with world affairs, and you ain't never been a student of history, you don't understand that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing
So
with.
who we got over there, man, to help us out if he decide to go in?
We have no one.
I think it's just us and maybe Israel. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Israel, they probably help us out, I would assume.
But Israel is the one that got us in this mess in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So Israel is that little friend that talk you into a bar fight, but really fight, right? Israel will talk us into some shit that they don't want to be a part of, because, like I said, we can lead the Middle East. They can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They Netanyahu thinks he wants this, but he don't know what he wants. Look around him, and all them Arab states got a lot of money and a lot of power. They ain't trying to mess with their money, but if it come down to them or him, right, they in trouble, and we ain't got nobody to call on.
Yeah. Well, like you said, we can pull out and his ass still over there.
Still gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump will bail on your ass. He don't.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. I believe that. For sure. Yeah. Mac, what's on you? You got anything, man?
Well, I don't know if you guys throw something else out there. The Netflix and Paramount merger, and Susan Rice on the Netflix board. Your buddy that asked Netflix to fire her. So,
and I'm canceling my subscription as soon as they do it.
Yep.
As soon as they do it, if they do it, I'm canceling. You got a Netflix subscription, Matt?
You gonna pull the Disney trick on them?
Yeah,
I'm pulling out.
We all are.
I'm pulling out.
If they do that, yeah, we all are. There ain't no problem.
Yeah. So, and I think they know that too. So we'll see what happens on that. We'll see.
Well, they I think they kind of threw Susan Rice under the bus back when she was with Obama or something, because they didn't want her to run after him or something. Because you never know. You'll never find out what happened with that mess.
Right.
But she was in. The Republicans have been after her for a long time.
Of course, because she got two things. She's a black woman, and she had some power. It scares them to death.
Yeah, that's true, Smith.
Scares them to death.
They scared of that, man.
And the only other thing is, I watched that interview with the governor of Maryland. I was kind of impressed with that dude. He's
who did he interview with?
When you talking about the one where you talking about he wasn't invited to the governor's thing?
Yeah.
Hey,
I guess
that was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I guess it was. I don't know if it was in a book or something, but he was talking about how his grandfather was run out of South Carolina by the Klan.
Mhm.
I think he had to go to Haiti or some garbage. And now he, he's probably jockeying for a run for president. So you know he's trying to, and I see that, and that's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, they try to say he was lying. Uh,
What?
I
Well,
don't know.
do you guys think we should, or you think that another black man can get in, say, right after Trump and his bullshit?
No,
No.
Really?
It's
What do you
gonna be
think,
no.
Bill? What do you think, Bill? Bobby?
It depends on
Everybody?
how bad the country is when
Yeah.
Trump is out of there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
then
well,
I
it
won't
ain't
be
gonna be
honest
much
with
better
you.
than what the fuck it is right now, huh?
Man, it can get worse.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
That
gonna be
is
honest with you. I
actually
didn't think Obama had a chance.
Well,
that is exactly what got Obama in there.
I
right.
thought Obama had a chance. Shit wasn't like it is right now. I mean,
Right.
it's.
So,
Don't get me wrong. I was supportive.
No, the,
I
the,
was
oh,
just
I support him too, Mac, but I mean, I don't know, man.
I'm gonna say
I'm
that
scratching my head on that one.
man, they
Obama.
would have elected the devil. The country was in such a bad part, the
Yeah.
devil could have won
Yeah.
when Obama ran.
But the problem was that Obama election scared white people. It scared them. So they looked around at the demographic. They never thought that Obama was possible. And then they found out Obama was possible twice. And they started looking around, and that was when all this pushback on demographics really started. They saw the numbers, they knew the numbers, but they couldn't visualize it until Obama got elected. When Obama got elected, they said, "Oh my God, everything is shifted." And they looked around. They said, "There's a bunch of Hispanics that are waiting in the wings. There's a bunch of women waiting in the wings, and this shit is all over for us. So we got to stop it." And that is when you look at the Federalist Papers and all that. All this stuff happened because of Obama. Matter of fact, Obama said, "I may have come a little too soon," because he understands this is the pushback from that.
So
absolutely pushback.
all of this is a result of Obama.
Every,
That's what you.
it's a pushback from Obama because
is
white
is
men that are fearing of other people coming to the table. They've had the lion's share of everything for the entire time this country has been here. And suddenly they look around and they are not the big dog anymore. And the demographic says that by 2035 or 2040, that they will no longer be the majority. And all this is that last white person push to push back from this because it's inevitable and the tide is coming. But hey, we trying to stave off the tide by putting up as many barriers as we can. We know the tide is coming, and when that tsunami hit, ain't nothing we can do about it. But we gonna try to make sure it ain't in our lifetime. So that's what they doing. This is what this is all about.
What do you say, Bill?
hmm.
Like you had something you want to say about that?
Well, that's one way to look at it. Uh, and I don't know, and I think that there's some value in looking at it that way. There's also some value in looking at it differently. If you look at it from the standpoint of view that descendants of Africans enslaved in the United States and indigenous people have never been accepted as human beings, then the pot was always there simmering. And all Trump had to do was add some flame to the fire to stir it up to get it boiling.
Mm.
It was always below the level, and all of us on this call have experienced it. Mac, I really like you, man. You know, I never knew any black people before I met you.
Mm.
Tony, you not like the rest of them.
Mm.
Smitty, I'm impressed, man. You know, you changed my whole view of black folks. 'Cause
Mm.
You keep up on the news and you know everything in the news.
Heard it all.
And Chester, I really love you, man, because you knew how to keep them Negroes in their place. I really appreciate that. We don't find many like you in the military.
Mm.
And so you hear that and you hear
Yeah.
it. And Bill, you almost one of us. Almost one of us. Well, because I never knew any. Look, I know all about black folks. I had one that's my college roommate. Bobby, you're the first black person I met who took baths every day. I mean, you hear this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, I got one to add for you in my case, all right?
Okay.
I didn't know you were black. You don't act black.
You don't act black.
What do black folks act like?
See, so all of us have experienced it. It has been there. And all it took was somebody to turn the flame up under the boiling pot. The stuff started boiling over. And then all of this stuff comes into play.
Absolutely.
Oh, Lord, at 2040, they're going to outnumber us, and I won't have white privilege no more. I mean, I went to a school board meeting, man, and I heard this young high school girl who happened to be of European descent. I didn't get here by any privilege. I don't have any privilege. Everything I got, my people work for. We didn't have any privilege. Well, what's implied in what she's saying?
Right.
That you're lazy and don't work.
That's it. We lazy. We don't work.
We don't work.
Right.
That if you and I heard this from a girl in high school at a school board meeting.
That's what.
Oh Lord, we got a long way to climb.
Right.
We got a long way to climb. And the first thing for me is just recognizing realistically where we are.
Right.
Bill, where did she get it from? Huh?
Their parents.
No, for sure.
Yep.
That's called home training.
Homeschool.
Yep. And Bobby has talked about that a lot. Home because he gets them. Bobby listened to him.
All day long. It's stuff like and I spoke on it before. Just what the Colonel's saying. Biden got the gas prices. The gas prices too high because of Biden. Where'd you hear that at?
Yep.
Where'd you hear that at?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's go be like Warner Wolf. Let's go to the videotape. Right?
Trump yesterday that somewhere in America you could pay $1.88 for a gallon of gas. I said the only place you could pay $1.88 for a gallon of gas is Saudi Arabia.
Hey, look. And you better hope it's $1.88 over there.
You're right.
Because they charge you more over there than they do anywhere, because they trying to ship everything out to make money.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you asked me what I think. I think the conversation that we have every other week is important, and I hope people listen to it and get the views of some individuals who have spent a lifetime being a part and not a part of what we call American system. Being partially a part. And the other thing is that we're all looking out for our future generations and wondering what's going to happen to them, what's going to happen to our grandchildren.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to and what can we do to make it better? And I think that this podcast helps make it better because people get the unvarnished opinions, the stank naked. I get this from a lady. The stank naked truth.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is a lady in the organization I'm in. She calls it the stank naked truth.
Thank you. Here we go.
Yeah, you brothers, I enjoy the podcast because you brothers broadcast the stank naked truth.
That's
Mm-hmm.
true. That's
You know, you was everything you just said a minute ago. When I first came in, I had a young airman that came in to join the unit after they moved me out of the fighters up to the bombers and the 135s. He came in and I may have told you guys this before, but we became real good friends, man. He was married, had a young wife and a young baby. I was single at that time, living in the barracks. He's always invite me over his house to have dinner with him and his wife. And man, we would just do things. He and I would just do things together. And I taught him how to tow B-52s and the 135s when they first came to the unit. Every time I went out on a job, he wanted to learn. He was on me, just tight. And one day, after probably I was at Seymour for 4 years, probably after about 2 years of he and I, with this friendship that we had at his house, he told me why he became a friend to me, because he was from way up north. He said the only time he had ever seen black folks, he and his wife, was on TV. And like you saying, Bob, he probably was watching back then, what, Good Times, and that's back in the 70s, the TV shows that was on. So that's what he was used to seeing on television, and his interaction, or his, I guess, learning of what black people were like, because the only time he'd ever seen them was on television. But he was using me, I guess, to see what real black people were like. And he told me that straight to my face. And it kind of fucked me up when he told me that. I got angry because he said it like that. You know, the only reason I wanted to be your friend was because I had never had any interaction with black folks. And we'd only seen them on TV, and I wanted my wife to experience that, and I wanted to see what black people were like. So he was just using just me to represent, as a representation of all, I guess all black folks.
right.
And I had come up on an assignment to leave to head to Panama. I guess that's why he was telling me that too, because I was getting ready to leave and depart down to Howard, down to Panama. But it made me angry, and I pulled away from him. He stayed there. But and everything you said, Bill, was, how you was describing it by each one of us. That's how I felt when he told me that. So I don't know, was I wrong, or by feeling that way?
He was honest.
Yeah, he was being honest. I mean,
and that's my thing. Like I'd accept that over a backdoor person any day of the week.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He never said nothing out of line. I mean, I really thought that we were, were friends, and I guess we were, but that really messed me up, man.
And he had an interest. He had an interest in finding out.
Right.
He did.
I guess not remaining ignorant.
Yeah, he didn't assume. I got you, Mac.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that led to a greater experience with black people where it was positive, and that's the only thing that we can hope, is that you left a positive impression on him so that he could move forward in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if Trump would have had that influence.
It wouldn't have mattered. His family was messed up from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
So
so
that kind of
so Edge, that's interesting that you share that.
mm.
Um, did you ever reach back out to him?
I looked his name up. I can only remember his last name. I can't remember what his first name was, but I kind of wonder now where is this guy and what kind of a person he might be at
right,
this point in his life.
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
mean, he never showed me anything negative, but it's just that you know when I got short, as far as my time at Seymour and ready to leave, is when he opened up and told me that. I mean, I think I felt that if he'd have just came straight to my face and told me before our relationship got that deep that, hey man, look, I'm from way up in Minnesota, wherever the hell he was, and I've
right.
never been around any people of your type, and you know, I just want to hang out with you and learn, and
Mm-hmm.
get that experience. I think I may have took it better. I don't know. That's where I feel now. I don't know.
Because
So
I have
so 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 w- was your life in that brief time enriched?
By dealing with him,
Yeah.
no, because I had living in the way I come up, man. I mean, I had experienced both sides of the spectrum, man. People calling me, the N word and fighting white boys and
yeah,
shooting we fighting in the woods with BB guns and all of this. I mean, fist fighting, going to, when they integrated school, I went to school with them, played sports
right,
with them, in the school. So I had already dealt with all of that,
right.
But
the good and the
yeah,
bad. I had already dealt with the good and the bad with the white folks. So, I was already broke in. He hadn't been broke in at all. I was his first black experience.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Like
Yeah. And
I,
that's what he told me. It's like, you first black man I ever physically come in contact with, other than
right.
seeing him on TV.
Yeah,
So he already had an impression from whatever he learned by watching whatever shows he was watching on television of black people, So I don't
yeah,
know.
interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
But you know, because in the Coast Guard there wasn't a lot of black folks to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So I mean I forged some really good friends that we still keep in touch today, and with their wives too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Today, and I was like, and I kind of take a universal look at it and just say, by the grace of God, um, I know these people, and you know, we're all of different, political slants,
Right,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, they'll call me, I'll call them,
right,
and it's just like, hey, I'm thinking about. We haven't talked in a while,
right,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll call me. I'm like, so we'll be on the phone for an hour.
right,
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, um, and it's so funny that and they know my family, because
right,
we were stationed together and everything, and it's really I embrace that. I really do because um, I at the end of the day they're really good people.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have both things at the same time.
So I that's what I was asking.
You can have both things at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just I never felt like and they never really tried to, how can I say it, uh uh use me as an experimental piece, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Yeah.
Because right now, I tell you right now that Stephanie and Doug live in Fargo, North Dakota, and
Right.
I know there's not many black people up there.
My
Mm-hmm.
youngest son lives in Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, yeah, but Doug will call me. He said, "Hey, Tone, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm just watching TV or whatever." He says, "Well, I'm brewing up a batch of beer, man." He says, and then we start talking about that. I said, "Well, what you got brewing?" And it's
Right.
the whole conversation,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and my buddy in Portland, Oregon, and he calls and says, "Hey, man, what you doing?" And I'll do the same to them, So
Right.
I think it's you know, I, like your case was different because you were getting ready to depart, but I had 3 and 4 years with those guys, at one unit, and we really had a bond, and they like I
Yeah.
said, to this day we keep
Yeah.
in touch.
Yeah. Well, he and I, like I said, that relationship was about 2 years, before he actually broke down and told me why he, came to me. I thought such good friends.
Well, he felt
We had been,
at the time.
huh?
He felt comfortable enough to tell you that at the time because I guess you had reached that point of friendship where you felt comfortable enough to be open and honest enough to even say that.
Yeah, and I was getting ready to, to depart. I was getting ready to, head out to another duty station.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
So that was a leap of faith from him. So there's
mm,
I understand your feelings, but
yeah,
how he did that. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I do too. I tip my hat,
mm,
not just to you, but to him also. I
Right.
mean, I don't know who it
yeah,
is, but
yeah,
it's that's rare. I mean, you don't
yeah,
get that often.
yeah.
My
I
thing
can't
is,
remember. I
I
can't
like
remember
the fact
how I responded, but I mean, I don't think it was anything ugly, but I just felt some kind of a way,
Oh,
you know.
and I understand that too.
Hmm.
yeah. And my thing is with it and listening to it is that he'd rather communicate with you through visuals and see how you act compared to what he's heard and what he's probably seen on TV.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah.
So in that aspect, I'm okay.
Right.
You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Don't assume that because y'all know I hate that damn good times. That every black man, every black boy's father lost his job. Every
Right.
got a job on Monday, lost it on Wednesday,
Right.
Hmm.
right? That or they lazy or whatever,
Right.
right? I'm going into this because I really want to see how you eat,
Right.
whatever. Because
Yeah.
somebody may have told me something. Now I can go back to them and say, "Nah, everything you said was a lie,"
Hmm.
Absolutely.
and that's the way I would take it.
Right.
Well,
At least now. Maybe
yeah,
back then, I probably wouldn't have took it that way. But
I do
I,
remember him saying at one point when he was explaining it to me that whatever, and he didn't tell me what uh, opinion he'd already had before meeting me, but kind of like his final words that I can recall was that, you know, you you guys are really all right.
Right.
mhm,
After
mhm.
all of after dealing with me and
Right.
what he'd already opinion he'd
and and
already
and
made.
that's what he's already been taught,
Right.
Yeah, it's
and what's been told, and
what he had wasn't what he,
you exactly.
you know,
And that's
but
not,
but it didn't sit right with me for some
and
reason.
it
I,
You
wouldn't
know, yeah.
because we're always going to look at.
I felt used. That's
Mhm.
basically
Really?
like Tony was saying.
yeah.
I felt used.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I felt
interesting.
used. I really
But
felt
I
used.
understand because you young,
Yeah. Oh, I was
so
young. Yeah. Yeah.
and it takes on a different tone.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, like you look back on it and you're like, damn, I'm glad he ain't say, come out and say, you know, are you like the rest of them?
Right.
Mm,
That
mm,
right there, that's a trigger to me.
Right.
hmm.
Right.
Like the
Or
Yeah.
rest, my thing, like the rest of who?
right. Right.
So
Hmm. Yeah.
hey,
But
Yeah.
Ed, you represented well, man.
Yeah, I did. You know, I mean,
I mean, let's face it. I mean, you didn't.
I, I
You
always
were
treated him with respect.
you kept it real.
Right.
His family, played with his, his kid when I used to come over and stuff. He had a fine. I mean, I was a single guy then, man. He had a fine little wife. Yeah, I never, you know, said nothing out the way to his wife, anything like that. So
Right.
it was like, I mean, we sit around the table, man, like family. They
So,
almost hate to see me leave. Oh, you got to leave? Yeah, I got to go home, get ready to go to work tomorrow. That kind of stuff.
but
So
and that's a good thing, and hopefully he carried that forward
yeah,
to the
yeah,
next.
yeah,
You probably wonder whatever happened to that guy.
Man, but look at how
yeah.
many times situations like that have changed people's entire thought process.
Absolutely
Mm-hmm.
change the entire community like that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The entire
I
community.
mean, you look at matter of fact, you look at some of these people that have turned against 1600,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
right? The light comes on, like the lady, for instance, that refused to pardon,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Sometimes, and I often tell people, like, the way that I treat people when I'm out in public, I never know what your day is like. I don't know what your world is like.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
If I and I do it more in restaurants than anything, because uh I feel like sometimes people need a lifting up, right? And I mean, a lot of times you go to restaurants and, I mean, hi, my name, they might not even say their name. You want something to drink? What can I get you to drink?
Right.
And my reaction is, well, who are you?
Right.
Right? And they tell you the name, because I don't
Right.
want to address you as hey, hey, hey,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
because you're a human being.
Absolutely.
And I want to address you the way I want you to address me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that point, after we get through that, now I'm trying to make your day a little better. I don't know. You might be coming to me like that because the last customer cussed you out because their steak wasn't cooked right. You know what I mean? So now you know what I mean, they done messed up your whole day. Well, now I'm gonna try to bring a little more spark to
Right.
your day, because listen, we don't need to live. Well, why you got a goddamn attitude? Well, no, like, I don't know what's going on in your entire world.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I see you for half hour, 45 minutes. I don't know you. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I may never come back to this restaurant, or I may come back and you may not be working here anymore.
Right.
But that day and that moment that we
We
come
cross.
into contact,
Right.
I'm gonna try to make it the best experience for me and the best experience for you.
There you
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
go. Yeah.
Well, you don't do that at the Legion, man.
I gotta cuss at the Legion because y'all don't know how
Oh
to act.
God. Oh
Y'all know
God.
how to act. I gotta cuss y'all out.
I was like,
Then,
I'm at
man.
then y'all understand me.
I'm gonna have to make a trip up there, man.
You
See what's
go.
going on. I'm gonna have to make a trip up there.
I was
Definitely.
like, I was
Check
like,
this
man.
Legion out.
So Bobby's he ain't worried. I said, Bobby ain't nothing, man.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, look, man, we done broke that 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and get the first lick in, first bite of the apple. Um, Trying to think what I want to say. Something. Oh, no, I don't want to talk about that. Where did Matt go?
He
I think
dropped
Mac.
off.
Yeah, Mac had
Did he
he
drop
had to
off?
go.
I
Yeah.
ain't see Matt. He don't send me out. He ain't send me a text. He just dropped out.
Yeah.
mm,
Um, so I'm gonna end mine talking about that dude, man. Um, that I just mentioned. When I got out of the military, I went and worked for Sears for 12 years as a repair specialist. I started in electronics
mm.
back when they had we had the old projection TVs and
Right.
stuff like that. So started in the electronic side, repairing uh those big screen TVs, VCRs, and then they come out with the DVD players and all of that. Sears sold that part of the repair business out. So I moved over to home appliances,
Okay.
where they had the washers, the dryers, and every brand you could think of, we worked on. 12 years. Learned all of that. Started my own business for another 12 years. So for 24 years, I was running in and out of people's houses. Black, white, I mean, every nationality you could probably think of. And I went to people's houses, going back to this guy where, white folks, you go to the house, you ring the bell, and they just tell you straight up. I mean, man, told me, hey, look, man, I was talking to you on the phone. I thought you was white. You can't come to my house. Okay. I ain't getting mad here. I just turn around and walk off.
Okay.
Into some African houses. I could tell they were African. Tell you straight to your face. No, I don't want you in my house. I need a white man. Because he didn't think that we were smart enough. I guess because of, the slave thing, my slave trade or whatever. I guess he got a bad taste from us leaving them in Africa or what. I don't know what the hell the thing was with that. But anyway, that kind of shit. So I guess with all of that interaction with people over the past 24 years, running in and out of people's houses, and a lot of folks accepted you, some push you away, which, like I said, it don't, that shit don't bother me when they tell me that they don't want me in your house. I mean, good. I need to know that. I'd rather you tell me you don't want me in here, and you got me in here, and you feeling that way because some shit may happen. But I think thinking about that just kind of brought that incident back when that the little deal with the white guy, how he, like I said, I think I got a bad taste still in my mouth for that. But like y'all was saying, maybe I took it the wrong way. But I was young then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've seen a lot of racism, man. Even before that, I got to that point, working out in the public, as a young kid growing up in the little racist town that I come up in down here. So, but I don't know. I just want to bring that up while we was talking tonight. But what you got, Tony?
So
Your last bite of this apple, man. Before I let y'all go.
yeah, not much. Just I had I have it's just my sister and I, so I spoke with her a couple days ago before it snowed. So I want to try to help her out. And I was thinking, I'm at a point now where I can actually put some time aside and work with her as far as, because she lives in the same house that we grew up in. You know what I mean? And then she wants, has been trying to get rid of some stuff. It's 6 years difference between her and I to get rid of some stuff. So I told her, I said, I'm at a point now that I'm retired. I can, spend some time up there, a couple of days or whatever, to help her out and give her an opportunity. If she wants to come here for a few days and just relax and get away from the sort of the rat race that's up there. Because my niece is up there. She has 3 boys, and they're lovely boys, but she did all this like without a man, like in vitro and all that stuff like that. So it's been a burden on her. So I just want to make sure that she's okay, because she was instrumental in my life in helping raise me too. So
She needs some quiet time, you saying?
yeah, just she can rest. She
Where
wanted
you live, Tony? Where you live?
in Dover.
Oh, you're in Dover. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
where are you in Dover?
I live in Vauxhall. It's an older community right down the street from Del State.
Fox. Where's that, Bobby? Where's Fox?
College Road.
Was that there when I was there?
College
Road.
Avenue.
Yeah.
College Avenue. Yeah.
College Ave, College Road. Down by the Square Club.
Yep.
Okay. I
Remember
thought that kind of
the
felt
development, the development on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I thought that sounded okay.
Yeah.
I know you. Okay.
Yeah, with all the trees. Yeah. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
I had a couple of trees cut down a couple of months ago.
Okay.
But anyway, so I just, like I said, I've been blessed. I don't know what I did right or what I did wrong, but I always say God loves knuckleheads, because I'm a knucklehead. So I just want to be able to have her come down and just kick back and relax.
Yeah.
If she wants to cook for herself, fine. If she don't want to cook, we'll go out and eat.
I was going to ask you, do you cook?
Oh yeah.
Cook us some meals, man.
Man, that's next level, man.
Yeah.
So I had this group of guys. We down in the basement there, Bobby, at the Legion.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, every piece of lamb I cook, this is tough. It's not tender. That just drives me up a freaking wall. So I talked to a couple guys down there. They said, "This is what you got to do." So I'm gonna get my act together and try it again.
What are you cooking? What kind of lamb? Lamb chops?
So
what part?
The lamb shank.
The shank. Yeah. Well, summer's coming. So
The main thing to do, did they tell you cover it, wrap it in the foil?
Yeah, the one brother said
brown it, wrap it in the foil,
and just let the steam go to work.
And then put it in the oven. Let it. Low and slow, baby.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, that just pisses me off. I was like, I can cook everything else. The lamb.
But I can't get this damn lamb.
Yeah. So
gyro, I can't even get it.
Yeah. This damn lamb.
Yeah.
Like my girl in the hangers.
Yeah.
Wire hangers.
Yeah. Because we're not too far from Sudlersville Meat Locker, and so they got fresh meat. So I'm like, man, this ought to be nice, and I try to cook it, and just anyway, that's my hang up. So I do cook.
Like your Middle Eastern friends.
Yeah, I do cook. So, but I my big thing is I like seafood, and a nice steak every now and then is good too.
You do scallops, man?
I do scallops. Yeah, seafood I can cook pretty well.
Okay.
Breaded and not breaded, I can cook very well.
Okay.
So my wife enjoys it too. Like, especially if I spend time on a Saturday prepping,
right,
and then Sunday I cook.
Yeah,
She's like, wow, this tastes good. I was like, I always say I know. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm a knucklehead. I don't know what I did right, but to end up in the situation I'm in is just it's a blessing from God. I'm just telling you.
Hey, man, enjoy it, man.
Amen.
Enjoy it, brother. Don't rush it. Just enjoy it. Let it flow.
Yeah, I try. I try.
Let it flow like water, man. All the hell I'm going through, man, and what I've been through. I ain't complaining. Hey, it is what it is, you know. So,
Yeah.
and like you say, I'm blessed too, man, to be where I am right now. So I don't whine and I don't have no regrets. I done did some bad stuff, man, but I ain't got no regrets.
Yeah.
Bobby Jones.
I ain't
Yeah,
got
I got to meet the colonel, so I'm like,
Good.
Yeah.
that's just icing on the cake, man.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, I'll be honest with you, man. I told Colonel Jordan before, man, hey, it was a blessing, man. I met him, man. He came to the unit, you know. Like I said, you know, he he came in, man, and hey, I ain't gonna sit and say we ain't never, you know, over in the corners in the huddle, we didn't say some stuff about him, you know. Like I said, my old buddy Catley, you know, he's calling him crazy horse, but that was out of respect. You remember that, Bob? Come on, Chester, man, you old crazy horse over there, you know. But
Come on, man.
just,
Come on, man. We gotta go see the colonel.
yeah, man. Yeah. That was just out of respect, man, for his strength, man, and his leadership, you know. So, you know, wasn't nothing you know, it wasn't never Uncle Tom or nothing like that. Nobody never looked at him like that, man. We was glad to have him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Ron Price. Yeah, he told me about it. He said, yeah, man. They used to call Ron his son.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we had, you know, between Colonel Jordan and what is it? Brother Washington, over
Chief
there in maintenance.
Washington.
Yeah, Chief Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, yeah, man. We
Dudley over
Hey,
there.
Captain Jackson.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Did you know the mess cook, JC?
Nah, JC wasn't there then. Nah, JC
Hey,
yeah, JC wasn't there. Don't tell JC the mess hall.
Yeah, he ran a chow hall. Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't no damn child hall. It's a dining facility.
It's all like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I get a kick out of that.
Yeah. 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 You done, man?
I'm done.
What about you, Smitty? What's on your mind, man?
No, I get everything off my chest early, so I ain't really got a whole lot to close with.
Mm.
Like I said, it's good conversation.
Yeah.
Well, be honest, you're a knucklehead from Philly too.
Hey, look, they sent him all the way to Syracuse because they couldn't take his ass in Philly.
Mm.
And one of these podcasts, I'm gonna have to give you my Syracuse background because all what you said, just to let you know, I was the first Black person to ever go to my school in 1967.
Is that right?
They had to send him out there to cool his ass off. They sent him to Syracuse.
That's
In the winter.
Well, Smith, I told you, man, I need to get a one-on-one with you and Ron, man. You know, whenever you ready, man, you let me know, man. And I want to hear it, man, from the start to where you are now, because you know, sometimes your kids and your grandkids, man, you try to talk to them and they don't want to hear that shit, man.
right.
But as they grow later on, and you know, wherever you may be here, you may be just somewhere sitting in the corner with oatmeal hanging out your mouth, and you know, Nana may want to hear the story,
Right.
you know. So
Right.
I mean, there it is, you know. But I want to see where you come from, man. And Bill gave me his. Bobby then gave me his. I don't know if Bobby gave me the full story. He may want to retake. I don't know. But I want to hear yours. I want to hear Tony's. You know. So yeah, and Ron's.
All right.
So I don't eat oatmeal anymore though.
Yeah,
but grits, I eat grits.
You may get to the point, you know. But yeah, Smitty, you know, let me know when you're ready, man.
I'll give you a call.
so we can talk, man. You can pull your Hennessy up or whatever it is
yeah,
you like to drink, man, and let it flow, man. I want to know where you come from, man.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
think you got a story to tell.
There's a few of them.
Do you? Do you?
There's a few of them.
Yeah, yeah. I want to hear your story.
Yep. But that's
Yeah.
all I got tonight.
Okay.
Hey,
Colonel Jordan Landon. Oh, Bobby Jones. You got get
you
you
got
in.
Bobby Smitty. You got to bring Squeak with you, man, because I'm sure he goes.
I got to bring Squeak.
Then listen, you don't want both of them at the same time. You got to split them up.
We had a meeting with the Eastern Stars today, so I had to get him in on this podcast so he can do it sometime.
Oh,
Let him come in, man. Anybody you want to invite, man. There's always a chair at the table, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What you got, Bobby?
Listen, man.
When you done, Smitty? Smitty, when you done?
Done.
Listen, man. I've been dealing with this thing here, right? I'm tired of these trucks running around with the damn flags on them, right? Because they ride around here with the flags and they really don't understand how they disgracing the flag, right, on the back of these trucks.
Yep.
So my thing is, what makes you American? So I'm like, okay, they talk about how patriotic they are. They ride around with these flags on where they're totally disgracing the flag by what they're doing.
Right.
And it's crazy because is what makes you American? Is it your skin color? Is it money? Is it you know, to me anyway, what makes you an American is being able to agree to disagree when there's time. Because even on this podcast, the colonel spoke tonight. He said, I don't totally agree with what you said.
Right.
That is American.
Yeah.
Because I don't fall in line with you doesn't make me not American.
No.
Because I don't look like you don't make me not American.
No.
Right? I'm so tired of hearing these people that believe in that dude at 1600 and nobody's American because you don't believe in what he's saying. You don't believe what he's saying. Right? No, that has nothing to do with you being American.
Right.
Being American is an entire concept of we can live together, but we don't have to agree on everything together.
Right.
I don't eat baked fish. If every American ate baked fish and I don't, does that make me not American? No, it doesn't. But this is the thing that kills me with people in this country today, and they want to talk about how he's not dividing the country and everybody else is dividing the country. No. When you tell me I'm not American because of my skin color, when you tell me I'm not American because I don't believe in something, or I don't eat baked fish, or I don't like lobster, I'm not American.
Right.
I got a serious problem with that. And I'm starting to really tell people like, yo, you don't know what it is to be an American. First of all, as people that look like us, we more American than the people that look like you.
Exactly.
Because when we didn't run from something to come here.
Right.
We didn't leave for something to come here. We were brought here, right? We were snatched up by our own people, even by people that look like us.
Right.
But at the same time, like, I'm more American than you are. I'm more of a citizen than you are.
Absolutely.
And I'm just fed up with that part of people talking that trash and hearing that. And I'm just starting to fire off on them now. I don't give a damn. I don't care where you at. Oh, and here, this cuts it all up. Listen, I almost went to jail, had the FBI investigating me yesterday because I'm sitting there waiting on my flight in Louisiana. and that goddamn John Kennedy was on the goddamn flight.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, you people don't understand. I can't do. I was cussing that son bitch out. I was cussing them out. Then I see the cop. I'm like, what the hell's he here for? Then I'm realizing he's standing back because if somebody starts something with him, they gonna lock him up.
Right.
Now we land in Baltimore.
Right.
Now it's 4 of them waiting on him to get off the plane. I've been through the airport before the orange person got in the office or ever even came on the scene. And I've seen congressmen, I've seen senators, I've seen them walking down the corridor and everything. I've never, ever, ever seen them with security waiting on them to walk down the corridor. That goes to tell you, going back to what I said about what makes you American.
And what he doing?
You know, man, I'm telling you, I felt like I felt with him about the state congressman, right here in Delaware at the breakfast. I wanted to lay into him, but see, he got more power, and I can't lose none of my money. They be trying to take your little money, and I ain't giving up my money. I don't care. I ain't giving up my checks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got, man. I just don't understand how people can come up with things and wonder. I wonder like what makes you American? Because what I think makes you American is not what somebody else thinks, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, you riding down the highway with the American flag popping on your truck, that's a disgrace to the flag.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That pisses me off too. But what are you gonna do?
You gotta say whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I digress. I'm good.
Yeah. I kind of got a different taste for that flag right now, man. I mean, I still stand behind it. I support it, but you know, they sure make it hard, man. To look at it the way and had that feel I used to have for it. You know what I'm saying?
And
for America,
and I don't disagree with people that feel that. I don't feel that way because I know what I've been through for it.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I look at because I try to think about it like I said, like the big fish thing. I don't like big fish. But I'll eat a piece of fried fish. Right. So, and that's the way I try to think about it. Like I'm not gonna put those two together because they don't match. It's not a puzzle. So I'm not gonna put this ignorant joker over here and what he does with the flag or what he says the flag is to what I know. And that's the way I separate them.
And here's the last thing I'm gonna say that we've all been to other countries, right? How often, when you've gone through other countries, do you see a flag on every person's house from their national country? Just ask yourself that when you're out of country and you're looking around, you're in Mexico, you'll see Mexican flags on Mexican buildings. You won't see one in front of every Mexican's house. Right? When you go to Germany, there's no German flags on every German's house.
Again, like I said, what makes you American?
That's only an American thing. I'm like, look, in America, right? I don't need to put a flag in front of my house to let you know I'm American because we all in America. I'm deep in America.
Yeah.
Fellas, I'm gonna have to go. My power is going.
Okay, Smitty. But yeah, okay, Smitty.
All right.
If Bobby, I don't know if you were there when the 101st, that plane crashed with the 101st Airborne.
I came after.
Man, if you'd been there, I don't know, Colonel Jordan, were you there?
Talking about when the 101st crashed up at
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Yeah. Were you there? Were you
Yeah,
at Dover?
I
Were
was
you at
there
Dover?
because I was still at Dover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
I
was
mean,
over. I was overseas.
when they brought those 200 and plus coffins, man,
Oh,
draped those coffins draped at Dover, those coffins draped with the flag, man. I'm telling you, man, that's
just
tight
I
in my
wasn't at
head.
Dover. I wasn't at Dover for
Oh, you
that.
weren't at Dover. Okay. But yeah, I was at Dover then, man, when they brought all of those bodies, man, to the maintenance hangar there, C5 maintenance hangar. And they had the ceremony there, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man, 200, what was it, about 280 or 487 coffins, man. I mean, good gracious, man. And the family members, man. I mean, man, hey. But anyway,
Now,
Colonel
I
Jordan,
was there.
I was there when they had the Navy thing. Remember
The
when?
USS Iowa. Yeah, I was getting ready to say I was there for that one.
Yeah,
mm-hmm,
because
Yeah,
that's when we had to get that. That's when we had to get the car for the Chief of Naval Operations. You
yeah.
remember?
That's the
mm-hmm,
first time. That's the first time
yeah,
had to deal with Mr. Carson.
mm-hmm, yeah, yeah.
Carson wasn't he wasn't a nice dude when the bodies came to there, boy. You better get the moving.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that's why I said, man, that flag, man, to see it the way some people do it, man, it don't,
Because
it don't taste right, man.
they don't
They
really
don't understand.
understand. They
They don't
don't
understand.
understand. And you gotta I mean it's like anything else. You gotta if they don't understand, sometimes you just gotta let them just
Yeah.
be who they are.
Right.
It looks stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Colonel Jordan, come on, land the plane for us, man.
oh well, what I was gonna share is that um, each when I try to deal with folks, I try to look inside myself and understand my imperfections so that I can not be critical of other people. Uh, and oftentimes I hear people talk about other folks. They talk about them like they are perfect, and I just believe that once I accept that I'm imperfect, then I have to be willing to accept the imperfections of others. And I think sometimes in life, that's a hard lesson to learn. One of the things that really made me joyful when I come on this podcast, and I'm gonna share this. Chelsea, you know about me, you know about my enlisted career, but you haven't put that out yet. But me and you have talked about me when I was enlisted, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks don't know about. I don't advertise that because people will ask, well, "How in the hell did you get hit? You did that?" I was a young man, pretty smart, but I hadn't been controlled very well, and I didn't know how to conform very well. And so one of the things that when I was in the squadron, I wanted to see all the young blacks succeed in a way that I didn't succeed, because I got honorable discharge in my time as enlisted. But when I tell people what I got out the service with, they said, "Man, how were you able to do this?" And I guess you say you're blessed, but it makes you realize that you never want to see anything like that happen to anybody else. As I listened to the conversation tonight, I was made present to something that happened to me when I was at Reese Air Force Base, Texas. I'd come back from Vietnam, and I used to go play pool over the pool room, and they'd have a tournament every Saturday. And some days I'd come in second place. Sometime I might win. But it was a guy that used to shoot, and he could shoot very well. And I didn't see him. It was a black guy. I didn't see him. I wonder what happened to him. And finally, after about 2 or 3 weeks, I saw him again, and I asked him where he'd been. And he told me that he got sent to lockup, detention, because a white boy called him a nigger, and he clocked him out. And when that happened, that made me, I was instructor pilot at the time. That was one of the things that motivated me to join social actions. And I was considered a top-notch IP. But I thought it was more important for me to try to do things to try to straighten out what I saw as problems in the military than teach people to fly. So I went into social actions. And I didn't regret that. I didn't want to happen to young blacks coming in the service what they tried to do to me, and what I saw them do to a lot of blacks with what's called 3910 or 30, isn't that 30? And I used to say that y'all bring blacks in the service, you do nothing to acculturate them, and then you chop them down like weeds. You treat them like weeds in the garden. You don't really bring them into the fold of the military. And the reason I did that was a result of the experiences I had enlisted and what I saw when I came back commissioned. One of the reasons the PAS at Howard University allowed me to get into ROTC, he had to prove me. He asked me one day, why do you want to go back in the military as a commissioned officer? And I told him to prevent from happening what happened to me, to try to help young blacks be successful in the military. Try to help them be successful in life, because I didn't see that being, I saw it, I saw a lot of roadblocks in the way of young blacks, especially from urban environments, being acculturated to the military. And I saw the military solution was cut them down like weeds, or give them a 3910 so that they can get back on the street. We don't have to worry about it. We don't worry about what happened. And I thought it was capable. I thought that the blacks I'd run into were just as capable as the white boys, and in many cases more capable. And that's why when I came to the squadron, I decided that I was going to set, one of the things that concerned me was that I saw very often in my experience as enlisted and in the service I had in the military that when you went to black units or dealt with blacks, supervisors didn't set high standards for them. They just, well, Bill will be good. He can do something. He's all right. And my attitude was, let's set high standards, and I believe that the folks will meet them. That was one of the things that really made me very proud of 436 Transportation Squad. was because high standards were set. The members of the unit accepted those high standards and met them in a superb fashion. And when I look around, I see that most of the guys did pretty well after they got out. I'm very proud. Every time I come on and I see Bobby, when he first came to our unit, reminded me of myself when I was enlisted. And I didn't want that to happen to him, what happened to me. So I was rough on him at first. And when I come and every time I see him and listen to him, I say, he was a diamond in the rough and he was polished. We didn't choke him out. We didn't weed whack Bob. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you and Kathleen for not allowing that to happen. And so I'm very proud. That's why I come back on the podcast, because I'm very proud of every person on here, because I know that the road each of you traveled was not easy. And you bring a very positive and truthful vision of what it's like to be an American, to be a Black American, and live in this country. So I'm thankful. I'm happy. I'm overjoyed. I'm complete.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you fellas coming and hanging out with me on the edge, man, this week. So with that being said, see you brothers in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Peace out.
All right. Be safe.
Thank you.